Before we get to the Milley thing, I think that what sets the stage here is, and I know, Mitt Romney, you know what to do. Hit it.
Do you have the audio?
Come on, you've got to have it, right? Mitt Romney. How do we feel about Mitt Romney?
Romney, he sucks!
Yes.
There we go.
But
Caught him off guard.
He did grill Blinken with some questioning yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think this is important because it'll bring us into the Milley situation. Let's roll that clip of Romney and Blinken.
How many of them, approximately, you said we don't know the exact number, but how many legal permanent residents are we convinced are still in Afghanistan?
We don't have an exact number, but it's in the
number?
in the thousands.
Pardon?
In the thousands.
In the thousands.
Yeah, in the thousands. So this is important. This is important because...
What?
And someone said, you need to stop saying this is important, and that's true. But that's because there's a lot of foolishness that goes on in the show, and then I feel the need to delineate.
Separate.
This is important. Separate penis nebulizer from important.
Right, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
It's delineation.
Remember, Joe Biden said, no one will be left behind.
None.
Right.
None will be left behind, man. It's America. Then I told you on this show, and you can go back, I believe it was last week, might have been a little bit before that, where I said, look, now that we've left Afghanistan, and there are, at this point, we thought hundreds, but now we know thousands, instead of Americans, and of course, serious allies. I'm not talking about everyone in Afghanistan who's not the Taliban.
Right, yeah.
I'm talking about every ally who actually helped us, but specifically Americans, because Americans first. The message will be from Joe Biden, anyone who wanted to come home.
Yeah.
Could come home. Now admitting, Blinken, on the stand, again, when there are penalties for lying, that's not true. There are thousands. He went on to say when you include our allies, Romney said tens of thousands. He said, I don't know, but it would be a substantial number. So there are thousands of Americans and thousands of people who helped us fight off the Taliban, not to mention how many dogs who did want to come home, who attempted to come home 4 months and were blocked at the airport, who are stranded in Afghanistan. And that should give you a pit in your stomach. And it should also scare you that this guy, called it exactly. Yeah. So that's what happened with Blinken yesterday. That sets the stage for now Milley. This is trending. Yeah. And I want to show you a clip from CNN. I want to talk about what's going on with Milley. And then I'm going to present to you, and I want you to hold me to what I'm about to say today. Just like I wanted you to hold me to the fact that Biden was saying, any Americans who want to come home got home, and I said it was a lie. Look, come back, mock me if I'm wrong about this today, mercilessly. I'm going to call it. So, Milley. And I'm not saying, because everyone always comes back afterwards and says, I called it today. I'll call it. I will tell you exactly when and what I'm going to call. I want you to come back and tell me if I am wrong, and I will make a call that I can be on which I can verifiably be proven wrong. Hold me to it. So, CNN reported on an upcoming book written by Washington Post reporter Robert Costa, and there was someone else who helped with it. The book alleges that General Milley instructed the military, I want to make sure I get this right, not to obey orders on military strikes without his approval following January 6th. The book also alleges that Milley actually spoke with top representatives in China. I don't know if you know exactly, was it supposed to be the Chinese?
I don't know exactly who it was, but it was higher ups.
Because that's been misreported a little bit.
Yeah.
But certainly people in the highest levels of government, if not the top, saying, hey, we're friends. If Donald Trump is going rogue and is going to try and, if he might try and attack you guys, I'm going to give you a heads up. Here they're
treason.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Here let's show them talk about it on CNN, because apparently there may be, the reason this is in a book and it's a big deal is I haven't seen the hard evidence. Donald Trump himself said that he didn't think it was true when he was asked in an interview, but if so, it's treason. CNN seems to think it's true. So I'm going to call it, if they seem to think they have access to some tapes, they have access to some evidence, but they know it's damning, so they don't want you to have it. And only if someone does their due diligence and investigates what's going on at CNN and these media companies will we ever know the truth. They have something, we don't. Calling it right now. Here's them talking about it.
He believes Trump, to your point, is unstable, unpredictable, and Woodward and Costa write, Milley believes that Trump is in serious mental decline. He also has been talking back channel to the Chinese. He is aware from intelligence that the Chinese are on edge because of January 6th.
That's how I like my
Trump's
Chinese
behavior. So he's trying to reassure them behind the scenes. Pelosi has the same concerns that Milley does. The phone call is dramatic. It is blunt. And Pelosi wants Milley to reassure her that the nuclear weapons are safe. And this is the exchange. Pelosi, Who knows what he might do? He's crazy. You know he's crazy. He's been crazy for a long time. So don't say you don't know what his state of mind is. He's crazy, and what he did yesterday, meaning actually 2 days ago, January 6th, is further evidence of his craziness. General Milley says, Madam Speaker, I agree with you on everything.
By the way, have you noticed that every single picture and video of General Milley looks like the ghost of General Milley?
Yes.
Looks like if
soul
General
left
Milley
his body.
came through a wall on Frighteners.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it really does. He's definitely got that white and black bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's no picture of Nancy Pelosi where she doesn't just look like an old, haggard dog.
Yeah. Well, because they're trying to say that Pelosi was calling Trump crazy, and Pelosi will look crazy if you show any picture of Pelosi.
At all.
Period.
Yeah.
She says it 4 times.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
He's crazy, right? He's crazy. Huh? I can't hear you, Madam Speaker. That's just my blow dryer.
The salon ladies turned it up. Hold on.
Hold on, I have to go shit in the street. Gotta keep up with tradition, San Francisco.
My driveway is covered in bum feces.
And that's the way I like it. Clang, clang, clang with the trolley. Are you just singing show tunes? He's crazy, not me. He's crazy.
I have ice cream. Look at all of it. He's nuts. Speaking of nuts, do you like pecan?
He's nuts
Because
like
I
this
do.
$4,000 ice cream that I put in my $90,000 freezer. There's no business like show business.
She looks like every scarf is covering a trach hole. She just be on that commercial where she's like, "This is
Smoking.
what I have to do now."
Right, like she's going to have a Val Kilmer equivalent documentary coming out. So
Oh, that was
It
sad.
was sad. So let me go through treason really quickly before I
Yeah.
present to you how they're going to argue this. Again, hold me to it. Under U.S. Code 18, Section 2387, this is, it defined a member of the armed forces who, with intent to interfere with, impair, or influence the loyalty, morale, or discipline of the military or naval forces of the United States, or advises, counsels, urges, or in any manner causes or attempts to cause insubordination, disloyalty, mutiny, or refusal of duty by any member of the military or naval forces of the United States. So let me give you a few quick points here, okay? This is important, then you guys can come in. Commander-in-Chief doesn't actually apply to all Americans. Commander-in-Chief applies to people who are serving the United States military because their boss is the president. Whether you like that or not, if he issues orders, you have to carry out orders. To usurp those orders is treasonous, when we're talking specifically about treason, if you are an active member of the military. Let me also paint to you a picture sort of pragmatically. Let's say you're going to buy a used car, and the dealer he wants $20,000 for the car. And you go in with your top guy. You go in with your second in command. You say, look, I'm probably willing to pay $17,500, but I'm going to start at $15,000. He goes, okay, good. So you're on the same page. You understand the negotiation. Your friend says, hold on, I got to go to the bathroom. And he goes to the car dealer. Hey, by the way, he'll take $17,500. He's just ruined he's taken away all of your leverage. Now, let's use that and apply bombs, apply nuclear weapons, apply life-altering trade deals. That's why you can't have treason. Now, I do think this is treason, and I can't say it on YouTube, but there's a punishment for treason in the military. Look it up. Take a wild guess. Here's the issue here, or this is what I want you to hold me to. I guarantee you this is how the media is going to frame this. Tell me if I'm wrong. They're going to say, well, at this point, General Milley is actually a hero because he was so concerned about crazy, 9 times from Nancy Pelosi. He was so concerned about a crazy, unstable Trump that he was actually trying to protect your constitutional rights by going around him. He was torn between obeying a president with no disregard for the Constitution or your rights, who was willing to completely bypass constitutional norms. So he had to take action for the good of the American people. That's how they're going to argue it. Just like they were arguing every American who wanted to leave could leave, and I told you that wasn't the case. They're going to argue that Milley is a hero who is trying to protect your constitutional rights against a tyrant, Donald Trump. That will be the argument. Now, let me ask you, if this passes the sniff test, General Milley was trying to protect our constitutional rights from the tyrant that is Donald Trump by feeding information to China, a nation that affords no rights, let alone a constitution? You believe the hero of the Constitution to accept the premise that the media will be feeding you that General Milley acted on conscience against an anti-constitutional president by going around the back of the president of the only country that has a constitution like we have, by the way, which includes freedom of speech and freedom to protect that freedom of speech, to inform the Communist Chinese Party. Doesn't pass a sniff test, and don't let it pass a sniff test when the media is running with that for weeks until potentially another shoe drops.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.